I'm not sure what you mean. GameCube title? Then probably not. I never had a GameCube. My first newer console for Nintendo was the Wii, so I never got around to a lot of GameCube games. Because I was a PlayStation bitch. I've always been a Sony mook.
But you've got all the other consoles.
I do. But I didn't start getting some of the older ones until I actually got older. Persona 5. I haven't gotten into the Persona series yet. I can't remember if I have 5 or 4 because it came with the PlayStation Plus package. The voice in the background. She calls me out all the time.
All the time.
That's her favorite thing to do.
I love it.
Trying to be a productive adult. Why would you do that? That's the worst thing ever. Productive adults. Fine. Go do your thing. Be productive. Yeah, no, like, I think the remake for, man, this still holds up visually.
That's not bad.
But it's not a 360 title. This is a PlayStation 3 title. That's where it came out first. PlayStation. Don't get me wrong, I have a 360 and an Xbox One, so...
So is it just the GameCube and the NES you don't have?
I don't have... I'm trying to think. I have...
Not like with the... Because I don't have the Switch either.
I don't have... Yeah, you played the 360 version. I don't have a Super Nintendo. I don't have a GameCube. I don't have a Sega Saturn. Ooh.
Oh, I remember Sega.
There's Medic. Heal me, Vanille. Heal me, Vanille, before I die, because I keep forgetting to check my health because I'm dumb. Because it's this stupid robot. Trying to think, what other consoles am I missing? I'm missing, like, a lot of the obscure ones. I don't have, like, an original Xbox. I'm trying to think here. I have a regular Nintendo, 64... let's see here. Those are the only Nintendo consoles that I have. I have my Sega Genesis. I have PlayStation 1 through 5. I have my 360, my 1, my Wii, my Wii U. No, my Wii U got busted to the point that it stopped working for some reason, so I think I tossed out the Wii U, but I think she has a Wii U. I have my DS, my 3DS, my PSP, my PS Vita. Obviously my gaming PC, my laptop. Put 300 hours into getting Platinum on Persona 5. And that, talking about getting your money's worth, that brings me back to PS Vita. Yeah, you heard me, PS Vita. I'm pretty sure there's a new PlayStation handheld out now that's, the Vita's the timestamp. I just mentioned that I have a regular Nintendo. That still works. Actually, I think I have 2 regular Nintendos. And my regular Nintendo still works, and I have, like, the Duck Hunt gun and everything.
Yep.
Like, come on now. Like, I'm old as shit. Not as old as she is, though.
You shit!
She's robbing the cradle on this one, gentlemen.
Oh, get out of here. You are not that much younger than me. Don't make me get my flip-flop.
Such a particular moment in time. But, like, the Vita was, like, PS3, PS4 era. She's gonna try and beat me. She's too weak for that.
You stop it!
Consoles didn't change, they just improved. She's flipping me off, everybody. She's being very vulgar over here.
Oh, I'm being vulgar.
Still got the Vita TV. But yeah, I'm trying to think now. PS3, I thought the Vita was the PS3 period. I still love my Vita, 100%. I'm gonna have to put her on a timeout. Of course we are, Pooks.
Yeah, okay, fucking
We're gonna put baby in the corner. She's got school, so she's got to go back downstairs. She's very angry, everyone. If I'm not live tomorrow, I may have been killed.
I'll take over your stream tomorrow.
Gotta give company try something else. Yeah, like. Not a problem, Ferris. Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, I know, like, I love when they try something different. Like I feel like without the Vita, the Switch probably wouldn't be a thing. Because, like, if you look at the Vita and you look at the Switch, a lot of the same technologies and things they did are very similar. But, like, Nintendo took, like, the Switch idea and, like, elevated it. Or not the Switch, like, the handheld idea and elevated it. But, like, Nintendo's been top of the handheld thing forever. Yeah, Switch was coming regardless. Because Nintendo's just a handheld powerhouse. Like, when you look at, like, when the Game Boy first started and how crazy they developed that fucking technology. Like, without Nintendo and doing the Game Boy and everything, the PSP and the PS Vita wouldn't exist. But with, like, the technology that Sony came out with the PS Vita, that's what, like, I feel like that's what pushed Nintendo to do what they did with that. But, like, they seen that and they were like, oh, like, the touchscreen, like, this and that and the other thing, like, that PlayStation did. And they're like, let's do that, but better. And the fact that they made it, like, easily tieable back into your TV was, like, a huge, huge thing. Like, that was, like a big, big thing, as, like, to do for, like, the Switch. Because, like, where they're very good at handhelds, and, like, I feel like that's something that, experimenting that with the Wii U, 100%. But, like, I feel like a big problem a lot of gamers have with I'm dying again. With consoles is the fact that, like, you get into a game and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, now I have to go somewhere. And it's like, I don't, like, but it's like somewhere where they could play a video game, or, like, they're the passenger or something like that. And it's like, now they can just sit there and go, oh, well, now I have to go. But I can just pick this right up out of its dock and move along with it. We just used to tolerate that, right? I wasn't paying attention and I just died. But that's alright. It's not about whether we get knocked down, it's whether we pick ourselves back up again and then commit mass murder. But yeah, like the inventions and stuff that they've been doing for, like, a lot of friggin', like, newer stuff, it has been, like, absolutely ridiculous, especially in the handheld world. I think, like I was saying before, I think there's a new PlayStation handheld, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure if it's just, like, something that hooks up to something else. Like, I know there's the weird little controller thing you can hook up to your phone, but I think there's, like, just a straight up, like, new, almost, like, PS Vita-esque thing. I don't know if it has, like, the touch screen or whatnot, like the Vita does. But I'm almost 100% certain there's something, like, newer out. Which I'd like to get, but... Well, it's the same with, like, friggin' the Steam Deck. Not a problem. Hopefully we'll see you again, Gouda. Go do your adulting like a proper grown person. I'm just gonna stay here and be childish. At least for a little while. And the rest of my life, because I'll never grow up. That will never happen. Well, like, yeah, like the Steam Deck, like, after, like, Peripheral, yeah, but hey, being childish is fun. Of course it is. But yeah, like I understand, like it's just like a remote play cloud. But like it's the fact that like now you can get like all of your, well, not all of, because I know not every game on Steam is Steam Deck accessible. But like it's just the fact that you can go somewhere with it now. It's about like mobility. It's about like transportation properties and whatnot, and especially for some people where like their desktop is their gaming console. They don't have to like fucking go out and buy or like drag their tower around with them if they wanna take it to like a friend's house. Think you already got all your Ravager? Yes. Synergist? Did you finish Synergist? Now you finish Synergist. Oh, I've also transported ridiculous things to places that I probably shouldn't have. Brought tower and a TV. Well, that's the old LAN party days. Like, oh, we're all gonna play Half-Life together? Okay. Whose house are we meeting at? And then there's like one room with like 5 TVs and 5 computers. We're playing Unreal Tournament? Let's fucking go. Like that picture that circulates every few months of like a couple of the guys on the ground and then that one guy like duct taped to the fucking ceiling. Like that right there, that's my childhood. Like duct taping the guy to the ceiling. I hope one of these days where you get a Steam Deck with an upgradable graphics card slot. Oh, they'd have to either really make a graphics card, they have to make it really small, or they'd have to like make these fucking they'd have to make the handheld a little bit bigger. Because like like graphics cards for the most part, like at least the ones I've seen, I don't know if there's any that you can like swap out of other stuff, but like graphics cards are pretty bulky. Can you imagine like almost like doing like sliding it in like a new hard drive? There's like time to update this. Click, pull that out. Click, there we go.
Piece of cake.
There's a big piece of cake. Let's just destroy everything down here. Who cares about safety? Talk it over. They're like, that's a robot. The rest are like mindless fucking creatures. Like, actually, I think they might also be like robot-esque mindless creatures. I'll slot in you a hard drive. Like you're gonna put a hard drive in me? Is that where we're going with it? We're making those jokes, are we? Don't threaten me with a good time. Or are you slotting into my hard drive? I'm confused. Who's... Take him to dinner first? I could use a nice dinner. A nice dinner would be good. A nice burger? I'm always good for a nice burger. You know what they say, $20 is $20. Self doesn't have integrated graphics card. Okay. I didn't know that about the Switch, but I don't have a Switch, so that's one of the other consoles that I don't have. I'd like to have a Switch. There's a lot of games out on the Switch that I'd like. Especially, like, where I like Zelda. Like, I'd love to... Like, I haven't played any of the new Zelda games. I haven't played a new Zelda game in a long fucking time. Which I know is a travesty. You wanna know something, Pooks? Switch 2 coming out in 2025. It's been a while since Nintendo's put out a new console, hasn't it? Might as well wait. Yeah, right? But, like, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I don't really like steak. Like, I'm not a huge steak guy. $200 for the Switch Lite, you just can't dock it. I'd like to dock it. I like having my large screen. I've only played the OG Zeldas. I actually still have a gold cartridge of Zelda for the regular Nintendo. Playing all the Xeno games on Switch. See that, and like that's what I mean. There's like a lot of older games, like especially older Nintendo IPs, and just in general like that I'd love to be able to play just for them being in like the Nintendo store. Like, don't get me wrong, I could just emulate them, because like I have a regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64, and a PlayStation emulator, and a Sega emulator on my fucking PC right now. Oh my god, like, Nintendo has some of the best core JRPGs. Like, Super Nintendo and PlayStation 1 were like the pinnacle of fucking JRPGs, and just like a lot of games in general. Like, yeah, like Xenoblade, Xenosaga, oh, I'm forgetting one of the Xenos. We were just talking about it a second ago. But like the Xeno games are like a very good and very well liked series of games for sure. That's it, Xenogears. There we go. Well, like, that's what I mean. And what company is it that does the Xeno games? Is it Bandai Namco? Bamco, as I like to call them.
Follow the old man's lead.
But like a lot of people like to look at like gaming and be like, "Oh, this is the best year ever." PS1, PS2 was golden age years for text-based RPGs. Yeah, I can't remember either, Stu. You want some good text-based RPGs, start playing MUDs. No pictures at all, only text. Used to play those a lot in friggin' junior high school. Like Gundam-esque robots.
We got this, Vanille.
I both love and hate this game. I understand that. I love the story. I love a lot of the things about like the way it plays, but there are so many things that there are certain things that irk me a lot. Combat is automatic, like Final Fantasy XII. Okay. Like, there's definitely ways they could have improved upon 12's combat, or even just, like, 12's combat to make into another, like, MMORPG. Because, like, you definitely know they went with, oh man, I fucking did so bad. 0 star rating. Did I finish the Crystallarium for these guys? The OST and design? Oh, 100%. But I feel like that about like most Final Fantasies in general. Just like design is like on point, I find. But I'm also like Square. Square is the company for me. Oh look, it's Hope. He's here. But like Square just in general, I've never hated a Square game.
Where's Grumpy?
I am very, very early in this game, Taylor. We literally, I only started it
Leave me alone. Hey,
like 2 days ago, I think.
this is pointless.
I just beat 12,
Can't get home.
probably like less than a week ago, and then we're jumping right into 13.
I don't have
Not the first time I beat 12, though, just to put that one in there. I've beaten every Final Fantasy game so far, except for the After Years for 4, and I think, and obviously 16, and I think I've beaten all the rest of them. I'm going in order for the mainline series. I'm not doing any of the side ones. what I like about Squaresoft philosophy is that they are never afraid to change up their formula. I like that, but at the same time, not just like where we're talking about Final Fantasy 15 and 16, where like they've gone way away from like the way their combat used to be.
Wishing on fireworks.
Probably be back in 15 minutes. Not a problem, Pooks. Hopefully you'll be back soon enough. I'm in the minority. I love all of the Final Fantasies. Like, I can understand, like, certain things that people don't like about them, but, like, in general, none of them are, like, actually bad games. There's certain aspects about them that you can look at and be like, well, like, I don't really enjoy this.
Next day, soldiers sealed off.
Yeah, no miniseries. Like, I didn't do 10-2. We've already done 10. I didn't do the After Years for 4. I didn't do Crisis Core for 7. I'm not doing 13-2, 13-3.
She wanted to get us.
I'm also not doing... I'm not doing 11 and 14 just because they're MMOs. One, I don't have the money to just start pumping into subscription fees. And two, especially with 14 would probably just take me the entire year to get through with all of the fucking expansions.
It's nothing. Forget it.
But same with today we're doing Final Fantasy. Tomorrow is going to be Star Ocean. I'm doing the same thing with the Star Ocean games. I'm going through the mainline series for those as well. I don't think there are offshoots for Star Ocean though. But my streams are mostly game series, so like I usually pick 2 just so I don't overwhelm it and I'm not forgetting certain things. Although in Final Fantasy 12 I was forgetting where to go a lot. Same with Star Ocean. Never pick a favorite Final Fantasy. That's why I have like a top 5 Final Fantasies. Like, I'm not saying that they're like, and I'll name them off, but it's never like I like them in that specific order, but they're like my top 5. Much for the same reason. Don't have to pay for the base and the first. Can you play till the end of the first 2 expansions? I thought it was just the main game. Or did they change that recently? I think I'm supposed to go that way. I'm pretty sure I hear a fucking... What am I hearing? I think I hear a chest.
That was great.
That was so great. I loved it. Yeah, I think we're supposed to be going up this way. Oh, okay, that's where I'm hearing the chest at. There we go. Changed a year and a half ago. Oh, okay. I might have to get back into that for a little bit then, because I have a bunch of the expansions for 14, but like it just started getting too expensive for the subscription, so that's why I stopped playing it for a while, because I love 14. I'm surprised I haven't heard the yell from downstairs that 11 was better. She's a huge 11 fan. But I might have to get into that, because if it's the first 2 expansions, I think I have at least 3 expansions. I'm not 100% sure. So I could really get back into that, because like I loved the story for 14. 14's like very, very good, especially for fucking an MMO. But like my top 5 for Final Fantasy is definitely 6, 7, 8, 9, and Tactics. And like I said before, in no specific order. Just because it would be impossible for me to just straight up be like, yeah, these ones. It's like this over this over this over this, because like they've each got ridiculously good parts, and then they have their parts where it's just like eh. Like I never go by graphics, so graphics will never be one of those things that makes me go, maybe not this game. Which is funny, because I find there's a lot of people who, if the game doesn't look really good, then they won't even bother to touch it. Do I have 2 of those? Oh, that puts me down. What the fuck? Final Fantasy story for me. But like tactics, obviously a lot of turnoffs for tactics is the combat for some people. But like I love tactics games, so like it wouldn't be that for me. But like the story for tactics is probably one of the best stories in the Final Fantasy franchise, at least like in my opinion. Then six's story is incredible, and then like, you know, I'm a stickler for the the turn-based combat. There's certain parts that like I can get stuck on for 6, where it's just like, you know, like I hate not having all of my characters for certain points where like you can't use certain people, or like they're separated so you don't have the party that you want. Like there's little things for each of them. But like for the most part, like I can't see a bad game out of them, or like anything that would choose me to pick one really over the other. But like you said before, it's like you can't really pick like your favorite. That's why like same with a lot of RPGs, like just like my favorite games in general. Like I find it hard to sit there and be like, this is my favorite game. Up in arms. Let's see what we got here. I don't even have $2,000. That is very, very unfortunate. Oh, sell. What do I have to sell? I don't really want to get rid of components currently. Can be. Oh, okay. This one's just for selling, so you get to go goodbye. Wicked Fangs. Transformation Catalyst. So obviously, I'm not fucking get rid of that. This can go. This can go. I usually don't do any 100% on stream. Just because, like, I like to grind. Like, I will grind for fucking ever. War of the Lions and Tactics Advanced. Don't have a play. They're not on Steam? Really? That's crazy. I can't believe they're, like, Tactics and Tactics Advanced aren't... Get an emulator. Game Boy emulators are really, really easy to find. I you know, it's good to get like an actual copy of it, but like, if you that's one, and like Nintendo is very pro emulator now, just because like it gets their content out. Because I was going to say, if you don't sell a single accessory. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, like, anytime, like, I 100% a game, it's always off-stream. Just because, like, I play a lot of these games, especially where they're, like, story-based games. I'm playing them so you guys get the story. I do all of my grinding off-stream. Mainly from the chips. Oh, okay. Gawain. There we go. See, and that's like where I haven't played this in a while. I completely forgot that because I was like, why do I have such little gold? Yeah, not going to attempt until the Sony Comcast lawsuit gets sorted out. That's understandable. Well, I could understand doing it for like a Sony emulator, but like Nintendo actually, I can't remember when I seen it. It was very recently. They actually put out like a statement talking about like their like being pro emulator. I was very, very surprised about that. No, she's magic, so I don't want to do that. Do I really want to do that to him? I really don't think I do. Outfitters. Let's see what they got in here. It's not telling me if it's doing better or not, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Let's buy some fucking items. But yeah, like I love 100%ing things. I don't know how many games on Steam per se that I have 100%ed, but I know that I have at least 30 platinum trophies on PlayStation, and there's a couple of games on Xbox that I have 100%ed. Yeah, like, oh, the ads are coming up. Break ends. I'll wait to respond to you in a second there, Roots. Let's kill this fucking robot, cause he's a giant douche. He's got that one big arm, and it makes me kind of think of, like, the guy from the Scary Movie movies, where he's, like, trying to stuff the turkey, and he's like, this is my strong hand. Only one platinum, and it's on the PS5. I love doing the platinums, and I love going back to finish platinum, like platinuming things. I actually have Final Fantasy VII platinumed. I think both on... No, I'm one trophy away from it on Steam, but I have platinumed on my PS5. And the one I have that I'm missing on Steam is just the Master Materia one, so it's not something that's very hard. I just have to get into late game. We're close to 100% Darksiders. Oh, okay. I have... I think the... And we're back. But yeah, and that's what makes perfect sense, is like... we're not trying to emulate their new consoles.